Hello, sports fans. Welcome to another edition of VetsPlusSports.com. This is your host, Terrell Cool Beans Davis. Today I'm going to be just a giant K because I cannot figure out what the heck happened to my camera. Somebody hijacked my camera.
Well, you're on a blackout mode for the night.
Exactly.
I didn't get the memo. I didn't know he was going blackout. I
Like West
call this.
Virginia when had they blackout game.
I didn't know you was calling this one blackout ops or something. They say that's what so thank you everybody for joining this Sunday night. We moved it from yesterday. I had some things going on, little boy's birthday party, so we moved it today. I want to say Happy Father's Day to everyone out there, and also the Army has been around 250 years. They had
Oh,
their
cool
parade.
beans.
They had their parade yesterday, so you can say happy birthday to the Army and everything. So we'll just get started with this episode. We'll go with hockey right now. Today we got some catching up to do because we weren't able to do an audio during the week this
Yeah.
past week either. Hopefully, we'll be back on audio this coming week if everything permits it. We'll get some hockey. They had game five today. The Panthers won 5-2, so the Panthers take a 3-2 lead in that series, and they beat them in Edmonton. So it's going back to Florida. So it's probably I guess it's going back to Florida. I don't remember the format on the Stanley
Oh
Cup.
yeah, because that is what you call it. We don't know if it's just actually like basketball.
So I'll get ready to find out for you right fast, and I'll tell you when they play next. They play Tuesday, and they're back in Florida. So I'd say Florida will wrap it up and win the Stanley Cup Tuesday. Edmonton, I think, is gave it a run for it. So the Panthers will repeat, and I figure in winning the Stanley Cup Finals again.
Yep, probably so. That's I don't know. I don't know. Edmonton last year tried. They did force a game seven. They might just do it again.
We'll see. They'll have to beat them in Florida, and let's see how where that goes and everything. And then we're talking playoffs. We'll get with the NBA. You got a game five coming tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. You've got the Pacers and you've got the Thunder. They're tied at 2-2. I said this series would go seven, and it's looking like it may go seven. Um, Depending, there's been some good games in this series.
Oh yeah, they have.
Um, so I guess it. I mean, I think it's a shocker that the Pacers have made it to the final.
That
Um,
one was yeah. I was surprised, but see when they got there, I thought for sure that OKC was gonna handle them like they supposed to, and it's just been a surprise.
and it has, and even though it's been a good series, I think the viewership is still down. Um, I don't know. I know game one there was only like 8 to 9 million viewers. It was the lowest of all time. I don't know what the viewership has been the last couple more games. I hadn't seen that. Um, but they go back tomorrow with game five, and who knows who's going to win this? I may go either way.
I know.
Uh,
Yep, it could. I
so
like to thank those that came in and joined the live. Thank you. As you can see, I got a big K up here because my camera got hijacked. I don't know what's wrong with my camera.
yeah, thank y'all for tuning in and listening. And but we're talking right now with the Pacers and the Thunder. Game five tomorrow, Monday night. Um, I've we'll just see. I mean that. looking right now. Let me bring up the. I'm trying to see if this is for the playoffs or that's regular season. Um, looking at Alexander's stats right now. Actually, I'll bring him up through. But he has been playing very consistent for OKC and get his stats up and his points. Um, man, this ain't showing here. How let's see what it says here. Hmm. Nah, it's not showing it. Maybe there you go. So, nah, I was trying to bring up. It's not wanting to do it. Go back to Friday night's game. And Friday night's game, the Thunder beat the Pacers in Indiana, 111 to 104. Um, they and Alexander had in that game 35 points, 3 steals, and then say Outcome had 20 points. Let me get that brought back up here. He had 20 points. He had 8 rebounds, 5 steals, 5 assists. He was the
Okay.
top. He was the top scorer in the starting lineup behind Halliburton, who had 18, and then on the bench, Toppin had 17 for the Pacers Friday night. Um, and then for OKC, Alexander had 35. You had Williams was 27. You had Holgram had 14. On the bench, Corso had 20 points for OKC. So they're getting some bench performance and everything else coming off. You know, looking going back to this, starting this series here. Where'd that go? I was going to point out, I just lost it. Then we need to go back to that. Okay, right here, game one. Everybody knows that Pacers hit the game-winning field goal there, or three there at the towards the end.
Right. Yep.
Um, Pacers won game one, 111 to 110. I want to put an asterisk beside that game. If Pacers end up winning this finals, game one could have been the turning point of this series.
I will agree with that because one, like remember we talked about it before. I said the whole thing, them OKC losing, it's their fault because they allowed them to stay in the game. They that whole game they allowed them to stay in the game. It was just horrible.
Because I mean, if you look, or you look at the other scores, all right, Pacers won game one, 111 to 110. Game two, Thunder beat the Pacers 123 107. Game three, Pacers won in Indiana 116 to 107. And then back in Indiana, Thunder won 111 to 104. So the other three games, there's a little cushion of margin. But game one, Thunder let slip by, and they were leading that game pretty easily the whole game, and then to the end. So, and it's like the light switch kicked off in Indiana, and that changed everything as far as the outcome of this. I
Right.
think of this series right now.
Yep.
All right, and getting back to Alexander here in these finals. Okay, game one he had 38 points. Game two he had 34 points. Game three he fell off a little bit and had 24 points. And in game four he had 35 points. So he's been very consistent in this finals, and then actually through the pretty much through the playoffs. And what's you look at Indiana, and it seems like it's been Sycam. Sycam, that's how you say it.
Siakam.
Siakam's he has been the leading guy right now instead of Hal Burton, and you're thinking Hal Burton would be the guy, but it seems like it's been him carrying the Pacers.
Yep.
Um, and to me, I mean, there was all kinds of I think there was a lot of hype behind Hal Burton, and I don't think he's been playing, performing as far as stat wise as to be a player that I mean they're pushing for.
Right. He's actually been in this series. I'm gonna go ahead and give him his credit. He's been more of a game manager.
Uh
He's
huh.
not being the killer scorer, but he's been getting everybody in the right positions and getting the ball where it needed to be. I think his only contribution as far as being the star was that game one, that final shot of game one.
That was it. And then if you look going back to the OKC, you got two guys that's probably averaging 50 points of what they're scoring,
Yeah,
and,
pretty much.
and you got that's Williams and you've got Alexander. I mean, they're averaging almost half of their points in these games, and then you look at the Pacers and it's total opposite. It's spread, so there's no the Pacers are looking more for team ball than instead of two big stars.
Right.
Because if you look at Toppin off the bench, he had 17, and he's been a big key factor for for the Pacers, and so has McConnell in this game as any series in the playoffs as well as contributing to the Pacers winning. But I mean, then you look at KC. A big factor coming off the bench for them is Caruso. Uh, he's been a big help coming off the bench for OKC. So we'll see what transpires in Game 5 tomorrow night. Um, but I mean, you just looking down through here. Um, if just say they would, all they have to do if they could shut down, and then to me it'd be a shutdown if you can keep Williams and Alexander in the teens. You shut them down, you're going to win that ball game
Mm-hmm.
because that's your two biggest scorers, unless Corso or Wiggins would pick it up. Which Wiggins had that big game, I think two. I think it was
Right.
Aaron Wiggins. So he had a big game too, and but the rest ain't been much contributing. Um, but yeah, they shut them two down. I think Pacers can win this.
If you honestly ask me, both squads are boring. Is there a way they can tie? That'd just be good for me. Just let them tie. Because they did
you,
that to my Knicks.
well, your Knicks is about like those Cowboys.
And pretty much,
They fall off at the end.
their owner is like Jerry Jones and fired the coach, and now he can't get a new coach. He's looking around, and all these teams are like, "No, you can't talk to our guy. He's still on contract. You can't talk to our guy." I was like, "You should have thought about this before you fired the guy."
All right, what about some women's NBA news? I know you've got some. You like talking on the women's NBA.
Well, Angel Reese actually did good today. She got her first ever
Triple
triple
double.
double, and it's like it took 42 games, but she got her first triple double. And you know the sad part is
They
this
lost.
is
No, they won.
no, they won, but the sad part is this is the second triple double of the entire season. Caitlin got the first one on opening day, and nobody did a triple double until Angel Reese just did one today. And
And
they did like they already got about pretty much 25% of the season over because everybody done played like the first 10 games. And that's it. This is the second triple double.
uh, Caitlin Clark's still out.
No, she played.
Oh, did she
She
play? Okay,
Yeah, she came back yesterday. Her and Sophie came back yesterday.
okay.
Caitlin torched New York. She scored well. Here's the thing that I was upset about. She only scored 32 points. Now 32 points is good, but she got 25 points in the first half. And I'm like, you looking at you only getting 7 points the second half, and that's mostly because Stephanie White, the way the offense was. Now, true enough, when she got that first 25 during the beginning of the game, the others was not scoring.
Gotcha.
And in the second half, everybody else started scoring, and so they just had her dishing the ball out, and
Did they just key on her the second half?
No, it's just like she wasn't shooting the second half
Gotcha.
for some strange reason.
Well, I got the scores pulled up today. You had the Dream beat the Mystics 89-56. You had the Mercury beating the Aces 76-70, and Aja Wilson. Is she still out?
Yeah, she was out, and the Wings could not win with her out.
And then you've got the Sky. They beat the Sun 78-66 with that game you was talking about with Angel Reese.
Yeah, and the Sky fans are going crazy, talking about some they're back and all this other stuff. I'm like, look, y'all just beat one of the sorriest teams of the league. All it proves is that y'all king of the sorry. That's it. I mean, like, they are talking all kinds of trash. I'm like, wait. Let's not go there just yet. Let's get a string of wins. When you get, like, you won 4 in a row, I will let you talk all the junk you want. I will even back you on some of your junk. But you just beat just one of the worst squads in the league, and no, it's not time to do that.
Going down here's the standings right here. You got Minnesota; they are 10-1. New York is 9-1. The Dream is 8-3.
That's shocking.
Yep, Phoenix Mercury didn't. Atlanta started. They started slow, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought they was gonna suck.
They started slow, but now here they are at 8-3. You got Mercury at 8-4. Seattle Storm at 6-5. You got the Valkyries at 5-5, and the Fever at 5-5, and the Las Vegas Aces at 5-5. So, and then everybody else is under 500 going down through there. Dallas Wings.
Oh yeah,
they
are horrible.
Yeah. So that's what we got as far as the standings go with the women's NBA. And you look at the Angel Reese. She's hadn't start stepping it up, but I mean, there's like you said, a quarter of the season's already gone, and they're looking a little bit of a hole to make the playoffs.
Right.
But maybe they'll start getting it together, and she's going to have to start putting up with bigger numbers if they're going to do anything.
Yeah, here's the thing. Oh, the other day, the GM decided to call out Angel Reese and their lack of production, which kind of disturbed me because it's like it put me in a position to where I have to actually defend Angel Reese, and I don't find myself on that side defending Angel Reese much often. But here's the thing. Angel Reese ain't the whole damn team. She's not out there losing a game by herself. Now, she's contributing to them losses. But, yeah, Angel's been playing like crap. But the whole team play like crap. The coaching that comes out from Tyler Morris has been crap. It's just like, now today, some of the things he said kind of clicked. As far as he's doing that experiment with Angel Reese being a point forward. It kind of worked today because she did get that triple-double. And it's like, but you did it against the worst team in the league. So does that really count?
I see it's right here. It's got it up. That she was the second youngest player to record a triple-double. So I guess the first would be Caitlin.
Uh-huh.
So if she just, if Reese just keeps her mouth shut and just continues to play, what do you think? I mean, just continue to play and focus on winning?
I know that's what she needs to focus on winning, but I think they focus on winning is not the problem. I think it's the team chemistry because I still think, regardless of how they try to say on camera, oh, we're gelling just fine. No, her and Cardosa does not like each other. You can see it when like Angel has the ball and everybody's like, here, pass it to me. Cardosa just walks off the court. She's not. They're not all dialed in. They're not all. It's like they're pretty much trying to say that Angel Reese is a ball hog, and that part of that ball hog mentality comes from this experiment that Tyler Marsh is doing with her being a point forward. He wants the ball in her hands.
Going back to the system, huh?
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow, let's see what games are on tomorrow. No games tomorrow. They're back in action Tuesday.
Right. That's what I was wondering. I was waiting for you to see it because I was about to say I think they don't do games on Monday for the WNBA for some strange reason.
They
But
started out. I could be wrong. I thought they started out the first week of Monday game. But I could be wrong. Reason I say that because I play the women's NBA fantasy basketball.
mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to keep up with that because you got to keep up with the games and who's in and out. So it's not like football where you just got to worry about
Yeah, like get your stuff in
that
by Saturday because
days
every
out of the.
Sunday new game.
But yeah, now coming Tuesday, you got the Sun playing the Fever. The Fever that's at Indiana. Fever should win that, so Fever should go 6-5.
Yep.
Since Caitlin Clark is back and Cunningham is back, I think unless they don't get injured again, you should see them start climbing in the standings. The Fever.
Right. Now Caitlin, she looked good as far as she looked like she's totally back. Like she's 100%. Sophie Cunningham, I think they just brought her back. I don't think she's 100% because she got out there to play that game and it was just like she only got 5 points.
And then you've got the Dream and the Liberty. That's going to be a good game. Is Liberty going to drop another game? 2 in a row.
Oh no, I think there'll be some payback because they lost. They gonna tear the Dream up.
Um, and then you got the Mystics in the Sky. I think Chicago Angel Reese could rebound and get another win, go to 4-7.
That would be good for them if they can do that. If they can do that, that's when you need to come back and start talking crap and all the other stuff. But here's the thing: going against the Mystics is not an easy win. She's going to be going up against Kiki Irfin. Kiki Irfin is a candidate for Rookie of the Year. In fact, because everybody talking about some Paige got it wrapped up. No, I bet you Kiki is going to surpass her because Paige has a habit of getting hurt. And to win it, you have to be in it. You cannot be hurt on the bench to talk about some Rookie of the Year. That's the same thing they said with Cameron Brinks. Oh, Cameron Brinks is going to beat, what's her name? Going to beat, CC. But she didn't beat CC because in 15 games in, Cameron Brinks tore her ACL. She got hurt. And it's just like, and that's Paige is the same way. She has this thing about getting hurt. It's like a magnet, a hurt magnet on her. And Kiki is going to take that. I believe Kiki Irfin will be Rookie of the Year. And her partner, the other forward that plays on the other side, Sonia Satran, guess what? She technically was supposed to be on the Chicago Sky. The Chicago Sky could have drafted her, but they traded the pick to get Ariel Atkins, who's been a bust for him ever since. She only had one good game. And I think the Mystics going to tear him up. That's what I think.
And then you're looking at, Angel Reese, she's averaging a double-double this year. She's only scoring 10 points. 10.3 points per game and 11 boards. You would think you would you would want her at least around 18 to 20 points averaging a game.
Yeah, that's what. Well, I know that's what.
She's like the she's the face of the franchise, really, pretty much, if you want to look at it.
Right, exactly. Because actually, those are Aja Wilson's numbers. She's always averaging in them 20s.
Yeah. Well, and you look right there, okay, with Mystic right now. They've got some stuff up here. Was it Sykes? She's averaging 20.6 points per game.
Yep, Brittany Sykes. Yep.
And then you go down here. The next game, the other game has got you got the Valkyries and the Wings. Paige Buckner's averaging 17 points per game. This is what she's averaging.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the Aces and the Lynx will play also. The Lynx will probably win that. Aces are going to fall to 5 and 6. Um, then you got the Storm and the Sparks will be playing Tuesday night, and that'll round
Storm
it
and
up.
the Sparks. Yeah, the Storm should take the Sparks. I
So,
thought the Sparks was going to be something, but it doesn't seem to be working out.
oh, excuse me. That's the roundup for the lineup for Tuesday night for the women's NBA. Um, Anything else you got with that going on?
Yeah, I got nothing on the women's NBA.
All right, let's see. Let's get some MLB scores going on from the day. And right now, you got some games going on. In the bottom of the eighth in LA, you got the Giants and the Dodgers, the battle of the West. The Dodgers are up right now 5-4 in that one.
Okay.
Um, that's the game that's going on right now. Some finals, you had the Reds beating the Tigers, which is a good win for the Reds because the Tigers have got a good record. The Reds won 8-4 in Detroit. You had the Orioles over the Angels 11-2. Rockies beat the Braves, which is not good because the Rockies stink. They've only got 14 wins. They beat the Braves 10-1 in Atlanta. Marlins beat the Nationals 3-1. Red Sox beat the Yankees 2-0. Phillies over the Blue Jays 11-4. The Braves over the Mets 9-0. Astros beat the Twins in Houston 2-1. Athletics beat the Royals in KC 3-2. Brewers beat the Cardinals 3-2. Cubs beat the Pirates 3-2 in Chicago. And in Texas, the White Sox beat the Rangers 2-1. Mariners over the Guardians 6-0. The Guardians have fallen down to 500. And you've got out in the
Ooh.
West, Padres beating the Diamondbacks 8-2. We'll get into some standings here. In the American League, you've got the Yankees leading that by 3.5 games on Tampa Bay Rays. Yankees are 42-28. The Rays are 3.5 games back behind them. Out in the Central, Detroit still holding a good lead, 9-game lead on the Minnesota Twins, who's just a game above 500 at 36-35 is the Twins.
Oh, dang.
Houston is leading the West in the AL. They're 41-30, and going to the National League. The Mets lead that in the East by 2.5 games on the Phillies. My Braves are in third place, but they're 13 out, and they are well under 500. They're 31-39. Um, then in the Central, the Cubs are leading that division 44 with a 44-28 record. They got a 5.5 game lead on the Brewers, and the Dodgers got a 1 game lead on the Giants, but they beat them today. That should go to a 2 game, I would think.
Right.
Um, so the Dodgers are 42-29. The Giants are 41-30. And then the Padres are 39-31. They're 2.5 games out. That is a rundown through the standings in Major League Baseball. Let's see. Let's go with some home run leaders right now. Um, we're leading the league in batting average. You got Aaron Judd. He's batting 378, which that's pretty good. That is a good batting average. And Wilson behind him at 367. Home runs, Aaron Judge leading there. Well, he's tied with Riley from Seattle. Both of them's got 26.
Okay.
Tawny is in third with 25, which that's pretty good because you got the All Star break coming up shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's uh, not bad at all as far as 25 and 26 home runs at this point.
Right.
And let me see here. I'm trying to. Okay. Uh, I had a stupid ad pop up and was blocking everything. And then in RBIs, you've got Alonso for the Mets is 63, and then Judd is at 60. So Judd is sitting there. Aaron Judd is sitting there flirting with the triple crown right now.
Just like he was yesterday. I mean, not
Last,
yesterday, last
last,
year, but
yeah,
he got taken in the end.
yeah. I think you're going to see him get it, win it. I think once, because I mean he's coming so close. But I don't think if he don't do it here in the next 4 to 5 years, it's going to be harder the older you get to be able to do it.
Right.
And right now, as far as the batting average, I mean he's doing pretty good right now. Home runs is going to be a tight race to the end. And then runs batted in right now. He's three behind the leader. But which I ain't got to watch no baseball. And two, he may be getting walked. Let's see who if they got the walks up here. Who leads it? Because he may be getting walked a lot too.
Could be.
Um, Let me just go ahead and click on him. We'll see how many times he's been walked this year. If it shows it. Um, I hate all these pop ups, man.
Right. I hear you.
Let's see stats. All right, he has been walked 45 times this year.
Ooh.
He's projected to have 104, and he this year alone in his career he has been walked 738 times. So that's that's still all right. That's 40. That's 45 walks, and they have played. Back to this. Hold up. Go back. Go back to the standings here real fast.
Okay.
Yankees have played. What is that? Well, stupid pop ups. Every time you go back. 0, 60, 70. They've played 70 games. So,
They still got like another 90.
yeah. So, they've played 70 games and he has walked 45 times. It's not too bad. Could
Yeah.
have been a lot
About
worse.
half the games.
Well, so, that's where he's at. So, and you get in situations if he's got runners in, or I mean, the second and third, they're going to give him a pass. If you go to first base, and load him up. So they're not going to pitch to him. So
Right.
when it comes to ribbies and stuff. All right, let's see here. Uh, More sports, more sports. Let's try to get in some college baseball brought up here. Um,
Oh yes, because we have to talk about how did West Virginia do.
they got knocked out of the super regional
Oh.
by Carolina. Or was it not Carolina, but the LSU? So right now, we got it going on right now in the top of the eighth. You've got Coastal Carolina 6. You've got Oregon State 1. This is a double elimination round. You've got a final. You had Arizona and Louisville play. Louisville won 8-3, and that was the elimination game. So Arizona got knocked out. Louisville still going in. Um, that's from today. Get to Saturday. You had LSU, and that's who knocked West Virginia out of the Super Regional. This is a double elimination round. LSU beat Arkansas 4-1, and then you had UCLA beat Murray State 6-4. And that's a double elimination game.
Right.
So a double elimination round. That's a game, but round. You got to lose two to be knocked out. So
Right.
that was Saturday, and then from Friday scores, you had Louisville playing Oregon State. Oregon State beat Louisville 4-3. Arizona got beat by Coastal Carolina 7-4, which they lost yesterday, and it knocked Arizona out of it, or lost today. I mean,
Right.
and then tomorrow you have number three Arkansas and Murray State playing. That's an elimination game. And then you'll have number 15 UCLA and number 6 LSU playing. That's a double. Neither one of those teams have lost yet, I don't think.
Oh, dang.
So it's down. They're getting down. It's narrowing down right now. So that's the teams that's left in it to go to the College World Series. They're narrowing down. So moving right along, we'll go ahead and get into some NFL news, which I don't know if there's much going on. And what I think we talked about it a little bit last weekend. Well, we'll mention it again with Aaron Rodgers signing with the
Mm-hmm.
Steelers. Um, to me, I I don't think it's going to help the Steelers get a run to the Super Bowl. I don't even know if it'll help them win that division this year or make it to playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, I don't know if they're going to make it to the playoffs.
Um, but because I mean, you got the Bengals and you've got the Ravens. Ravens are going to win that division. The Bengals are going to be, I think, contending for second. It's going to go between the Bengals and the Ravens to win
Right.
that division. And they'll finish first, second. I think. I don't think you'll see the Bengals uh, slip up like they did last year, which they almost made a run for it to make it towards the
Right.
end. They just had a slow start.
Steelers will finish in third. I think the Browns is going to be bringing up the back end of that. They're going to be the caboose.
Um, and I agree with you. I think Browns will be last. Steelers will finish third in that division. Um, then it says here the governor for Missouri signs a stadium aid package for the Chiefs and the Royals. I guess to stay there in Missouri and Kansas City, Missouri. We'll see what
Ah,
happens.
the governor had to do it. Because remember the city voted and they shut that stuff down. The governor did it.
Governor stepping in. He's taking control. He's like, wait a minute. If y'all can't fix this, I'm going to.
Yeah, it's like, wow.
And the Saints signed running back Akers, to a 1-year deal after a tryout. Um, and did you see Antonio Brown in the news?
Oh, about him going to jail possibly for attempted murder, I think it
Murder.
is.
He can never stay out of the news media.
I know. It's just like, I don't get him.
And then there's not a whole lot going on.
No, but I remembered something. But I was like, we're gonna finish up the NFL, then we have to kick back and go back to something what I should have thought of. It just came to me because I meant to say it when I looked it up earlier today and found out about it, and I said, "Ooh, when we talk about basketball, I gotta mention this," but I totally forgot until right now.
What's that?
Oh, Desmond Bain. Remember I was talking about him about the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
How he was good fit, and that I say he's a big dude. He's a good defender and he's a scorer. Well, the Grizzlies decided to mess up. They traded him to the he got traded to the Orlando Magic. But here's the thing. Now that the Magic has Desmond Bain, they're like trying to group and trying to be a big team in the East. But even them getting Bane, I don't think they're big enough to beat the Boston Celtics or the Cleveland Cavaliers.
or the Knicks.
Yeah, I was leaving my Knicks out of it because they got coaching problems right now. I don't know what these guys gonna do.
Or the Knicks. I can say that. I can say that. Or the, I know what it is. You don't want to jinx your team, but I'll go ahead and say it for you. Or the Knicks.
No, I just know they like doing stupid stuff right now. They're probably bringing a new coach, trade off half the guys, and I'm like, oh, rebuild year.
I don't think that's about it. You got anything else? I don't think there's not. I know what I was going to do on my phone. I was going to look to see the Chiefs app if anything's going on in Chiefs Kingdom.
They got a Chiefs app.
Oh yeah, I got an app. Oh yeah, it sends me updates and everything. I got my schedule. So if I want to look at their schedule, all I do is go to this app, and then I look at the schedule, see what's going on, injury report, and all that.
I should probably look up a Cowboys app.
I bet you got one,
I
and
bet they're.
I can order tickets. I can get tickets through this if I want to, and it gives you updates on their training camp and everything. It just gives you OT reports, which it's got they have the media meetings throughout the week with the coaches and different players. It's on there, and you can listen to it. So,
Cool beans.
and I didn't know this. I missed this somewhere down the line, which I've been busy. Evidently, we've got Garner Minshew, I guess, on the roster.
Oh my god. Why?
Well, remember they got rid of oh, what's his name? It was the backup.
I know Carson Wentz. He
Yeah.
left.
So, I mean, I don't, I'm not, I'm fine with that. Garner, I mean, coming off the bench, he's done decent when you need him to. But I just seen that right here. That's that thing with this app. It shows you everything that's going on, even maybe some stuff that don't pop up in the news all the time because you got your mainstream stuff everybody wants to see. But
Right.
news, so the little stuff that slides underneath, you see this on this app. So, but well, you got anything else there, Beans?
I got nothing else.
Um, I don't think I'm missing anything.
No.
But well, like we always do, I want to thank everyone for joining into the live, and it's going to listen to us later on. But if you, we end each and every episode, if you're thinking about harming and hurting yourself, dial the quick number 988, dial 1. It'll get you in contact with the resources that you need. That is the Veteran Crisis Line. That's the quick number, or you can dial 1 800 273 8255. Give that number a call if you need some help, or go to you veterans that's out there. Go to the local VA medical center and go to the ER. Get the help you need. Tell them you need to talk to someone, and they always have somebody on call 24 hours, even if it's not during day shift hours. They'll have somebody on call to come out and get you the resources that you need.
Yep.
Um, I don't think I'm leaving. I don't think I'm forgetting nothing. But like I said, this year is 250 years for the Army. It's been around a long time. And they had their parade yesterday. I didn't get to watch. I seen highlights of it or whatever. Not highlights, but film on it.
Right.
I had my little boy's birthday party. He turns 1 Tuesday, so we had his party yesterday, and that was a good success. But once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yes. Happy Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's Day, Cool Beans.
And same to you.
And if you ain't got nothing else, Beans, this I guess this will be it. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Have a good rest of the week, and hopefully we should be on the audio this week.
Yes,
Nothing.
we should. Yes,
So
we got to get that back up and running. I think I got the car working well enough to where we can do it.
if not, I was going to suggest we do another midweek and Wednesday 11 or whatever, like we used to.
Mm-hmm.
If like on here, if we can't, if something happens during the week we can't meet, we can just do it on the computer like we used to.
Cool beans.
But all
But
right,
I should be able to record.
all right. Well, y'all have a good night. Y'all stay safe, and we'll see you on the audio.
Alrighty.
Have a good one.